Hi everyone. Welcome to ThawTalk episode 3, where we'll answer some
Hello.
questions. So today we have Xingyi,
Hi, I'm Rian.
I am Farah.
and we'll answer some questions that y'all have left us in on Instagram.
Yes. So,
So
yeah, you want to go first, Cindy? The first question.
the first question we have is how do I balance individual growth with maintaining strong connections? So what do y'all think about this question?
I think it's a pretty deep question. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, what do they mean by individual growth, actually?
I think growing as a person, like, cause when you go through different stages of life, you have like different values and like, different interests lah.
yeah,
So,
that's
I think they mean by how they can grow themselves, but also maintaining like the
Ah,
current
right.
friendships that they
yeah.
have.
Mm,
I think it's
okay.
like about mindset, also, growing your
Yeah.
mindset.
I
So who
think
wanna start?
I think I sorry if I'm interpreting it wrongly, but like growing alongside your relationships, right? Sometimes we grow out of our friendships and then that's just how it is sometimes. Like, when you have like maybe let's say like your primary school friend group or your secondary school friend group, and then you find that it's like after a while your connection isn't really there anymore. Like you guys used to be so close, but then no matter how hard you try, it's not really there. This one is sometimes due to your own like personal growth. Like as you grow older, especially, you start to get a different sense of morals and ethics, and maybe the way you enjoy spending time with your friends, like it's just not the same as your old friend group. So in this case, I think communicating with your friends is really important. Find a new common ground that allows all of you to really enjoy what you all currently do instead of try to like replicate something that you guys have done in the past that you think is still gonna work out. Yeah, that's me.
So it's about like finding new shared interests lah, in a
Yeah,
sense.
sort
Yeah,
of communicating it. Mm.
Mm.
sure. For me, I think like I guess we have to schedule like quality time with each other. And dedicate like some time with your to spend with your friends, and from there you guys can like I guess grow and find like new interests like what Lian said. Yeah. Like right now, even with like a busy schedule, I think making time to like have meaningful interactions with your friends is important. Yeah.
I agree. Like we can also dedicate time to like celebrate some important moments for yourself. Like for example your birthday, you can like always ask them out. You don't have to wait for them to ask you out, then y'all celebrate together. Cause I feel like as you age, you have to make it a point to like ask people out and like really maintain the friendship.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
Right. And then I think another thing is like you really need to embrace the changes in yourself and within your friends. So, like I mentioned just now, you're always growing as a person. And I think if you really want to continue maintaining this friendship and being friends with that person, you just need to accept the changes, learn how to work around the changes. Also, like acknowledge that your own personal growth will often incur these changes. And then if you embrace this, it will positively affect your own personal growth as well as your relationship with your friends and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I guess like the longer your friendship is, there's definitely changes. And like some people are more mature and some like different beliefs and thoughts. Also I feel like we should have regular check-ins with our friends also. Because like I said, with the busy schedule and all that, it's important that we ask how they are and ask, like basically check in with them and see how their life is, so we can like talk with each other about it. Yeah.
Right. And is there anything else that we would like to share for this question? I think it's a pretty deep question, lah, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah.
think we answered almost all aspects of this question.
Yeah, okay. Then maybe I'll move on to the second question. Our next question.
So, what are the signs of a friendship becoming more meaningful and deepening over time? So,
I
one,
think, oh,
mm,
you want to go first or I go first? Can I? Okay. So we'll discuss this in our next episode, but increased vulnerability. Vulnerability means like you know how to open up more, right? Share maybe a few things that like a few secrets, like more a bit about yourself. When you find yourself getting closer to someone, I feel like you're more and more willing to share about yourself and your life with another person. So if you feel comfortable sharing more personal aspects of your life, your thoughts and your feelings with each other, that's one sign. And then another sign is like, yeah, the other person or you, they're always there for each other, you know, like maybe through text or in person, like, you know, when you're becoming like really close to someone and you keep texting them and all that, something like that lah. Yeah, so there's like a consistent exchange. It must be reciprocal though. So like you give me and I give you like emotional support during your normal lives, during your good times of your life and like during challenging moments. Yeah.
It's true. Um, I guess yeah, I agree with Lian because like when a friendship becomes more deepen and more meaningful, there's a chance of like increased vulnerability among like the friend group. So yeah, we have to also have like open connection or communication. So it's like be open with what you want to say to your friends, and that is important for sustaining a like a deep connection with them. Don't be afraid to uh speak your mind and be open and just ask whatever questions that you have for them. Yeah.
for me, I feel like it's very important to have like comfortable silence lah. Cause some people like if you're awkward with that person, every silence you'll be like, oh shit, what are we gonna talk about now? Oh no, like what are we gonna do now?
Yeah.
Like so when I feel like when you have these connections already, then you don't feel like oh that silence is a silence. It just feels like you're just taking a small little break from the chit chat, like to like just let your thoughts or like do whatever you want to do. So being like very comfortable with it.
I
So
agree.
where words are not really like necessary lah in your friendship.
Yeah, some people might
Right.
think that the conversation has to like continue no matter
Mm.
what, but I agree that it's important to have like comfortable silence also. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not sure if you guys have like invited a friend over, like hung out with your friend, but y'all don't really do much. Y'all just kind of sit there, then do your own
Use your
yeah,
phone.
thing. Yeah, use your phone,
yeah,
TikTok time. Then sometimes, you want to see the TikTok and all the stuff. That's my comfortable silence with my friend. That's
same.
what we do most of the time when we hang out. Yeah. And then I think to add on, there's when you're really close with someone, like or like when you're becoming close, there is more emotional intimacy in the case where you can be yourself freely and like just express whatever you're thinking or whatever you're feeling for the people that you don't really know that well, like you not really close to, you always have like a wall up, right?
Yeah,
But then as you start to get closer to them, you'll start to like you just say whatever you want to say, right? Yeah, it's very free. Yeah, well, that's a few signs, I think. Hmm. Then is there anything else we want to add on for this one? No?
No.
Okay, I think then we'll move on to the third question, which is how do I know when it's time to let go of a toxic friendship? I think I
That's
think I
always a very tough
yeah.
decision to make.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've all been in a toxic friendship, right? Before we've all experienced it once. I think firstly, we need to identify when it's toxic. So, a definition of a toxic friendship is when friendships in a group or like with the person consistently make you feel unhappy, drained, or unsupported. And it can include constant negativity, lack of respect, manipulation, or betrayal. So, what do you actually maybe you want to share some personal experience before we go into this? Like for me, I had one this was a while back. I think I've managed to keep my peace within my friendships already, but like a while back I had a friend and she was always very snarky. You know how some of your friends I'm not sure if you have these friends, but some people are just naturally very sarcastic, right? And then they'll keep talking like maybe the way they talk to you is a bit degrading and all that sort of stuff. And like some people they're okay with it, but after a while for me it got really draining. And then it started to become like, oh, do they actually mean it or like what's happening? So that's
Uh,
when I felt like the relationship was a bit toxic. Yeah. So for me I started to sort of like distance myself yeah from that friend. That was my toxic friendship. Then how about you guys? If you've had any experience?
Me, I had like a toxic friendship also. But for me, I stayed with this person for a long time until I realized they are toxic. So like the things that they do are very manipulative in a way. Um, where they would be like more like gaslighting and all that. So I only started to realize it like a few years into the friendship. So that's kind of bad. But um I realized that the things that we researched, the lack of respect, manipulation and betrayal was um was evident in that friendship. But yeah, after I realized it, I told myself that um it's okay to drift myself away from this person because it's not good for me and my mental health as well. So yeah, how about you?
Yeah,
Personally, I don't really like remember much about like having a toxic friendship because I feel like I only recognize it, but it's not like I really like remember and like no,
that's
yeah,
good. That's good that you don't have
Yeah,
this sort of experience
that's
forgive
then.
true.
and forget.
So
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but for people who are wondering when it's time to let go, um, is when you feel wronged in that friendship, basically. And then for those people who feel a bit scared to let go of that friendship, maybe because it's been like a strong pillar of support, or maybe you've been friends with them for so long, you need to remember that it's okay to prioritize yourself in and your own mental health in that friendship, especially if the other person feels as though they don't really care about you. I feel like it's time to be a bit selfish, right?
yes.
Um, hmm.
Always put
And
yourself first.
yeah, always put yourself first no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are some tips actually by a few professionals that I have over here. So try not to let a toxic relationship continue for too long because delaying the inevitable can make addressing the problem more difficult. So yeah, try to address the problem as soon as you feel wronged. If not, it'll start to build up and then you feel more and more awkward after a while and the relationship becomes more and more strained. It's not fair on yourself. Hmm. And then I did this, so I'm a bit guilty. Ghosting and being flaky are ineffectual methods for ending a friendship. Hiding behind your job, family, or other commitments may only further complicate the matter. This is true, even though I did it. it's good to actually address the matter at hand just so that everyone has a bit of, I suppose, closure and peace of mind when it comes to that matter. And so that everyone is on the same page of what happens. It's not maybe the other person would be like, hey, why do you stop talking to me? Then they'll keep pestering you and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And then this is more about what you actually say when you talk to them, but weigh your quote unquote breakup speech carefully. Make it about you and not them. Because if you make it about them, I feel like what Farah said just now, it can become a bit gaslighty, right? It's like, oh, so it's me, I'm the bad friend and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Then your honesty can be a parting gift for your soon to be ex friend, and it may actually benefit them in the long run. Like maybe it'll wake them up or something like that. I feel like those are 3 tips that can is pretty good.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it's good that before we like, I guess, break up from that uh, friendship, right? We have to establish what went wrong and everything. But at the same time, we have to expect maybe the other person, they won't like try to accept it. But anyways, that's the best that we can do already. We're already established like the kind of like problem that we face with them. So it's okay to just drift away from them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, if the other person, I feel like if they're the very like stubborn, anti-confrontational type, I feel like it's okay to just ghost actually.
It depends on the
Yeah.
person. Yes.
Depends on the situation, depends on the person.
Mm.
Yeah. Then maybe I move on to the next question. What are some activities or hobbies that can help strengthen friendships? Yeah, this okay. I feel like any activity or any hobby would be good actually, because as long as you find someone with common interests, it'll be already a good starting point for you. But how about you guys? Like, what do you guys do like to strengthen your friendships?
Personally, mine is sports lah, cause I play sports, right? So, like, most of my friends also, like, come from sports or, like, they know that I play sports. So, it's easier for me to ask them out for, like, through a sports outing lah, and then, like, connect from there. Or, like, if maybe you wanna do sports, can do, like, sports related, like, maybe, like, what, inline skating, like, indoors one, or,
Mm,
like,
mm,
quite on the trend now. Like, also there's, like, bowling, that kind of thing also
right.
lah. Um,
Yeah.
For
how about
me,
you
I
guys?
think I feel like I'm more into like activities like, let's say, picnic and all the stuff. Picnic, going window shopping, all that. Um, I think it like kind of strengthen our friendship a little bit because like along the way we just like talk, like along the way we get to know each other more. So yeah, especially picnic. I love picnics. It's a good activity. I feel.
Mm,
Um, Also, I know some people that have uh established relation friendships through gaming also. So
mm.
yeah, maybe like online gaming, that they can meet their online friends. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm one of those people who make friends through games. I feel like it's just the easiest through online. But yeah, I also try to make friends through like my hobbies such as like art. Like sometimes when not nowadays because I'm a bit busy, but I used to join like art clubs or like book clubs and all that and try to find the more like artsy people to be friends with. Um, so that was me. But actually, I looked at a survey and then we actually found out a few of the like, Gen Z's most popular hobbies. So number one is sports, and number two is gaming. Number three is arts. Number four, music slash instruments, and number five is reading. Yeah. So I feel like this covers a wide range of people. Yeah. But even if you find that your activity or your hobby is not on this list, don't worry, because there's always groups for everything. And then maybe if you don't know where to find them, like you can always go online. There's always focus groups online somewhere. So like book clubs, if you want, you can always go to like a library and find one. There's clubs for different age demographics and all that sort of stuff. And then like for sports, you can always find them in your own schools and all that. Yeah, I feel like online really is everything. You can just go online and find a few focus groups that you want. Hmm. Then I think a common worry that people have is, what if they feel like an outsider in like a hobby group? And let's say you join something in the middle of like the activity and then everyone is friends already. Has this happened to you guys?
Mm.
Yes. Right. I feel like it's so awkward. What have you guys actually done to like bridge this sort of awkwardness? How about Xin Because I know Xin is the only extrovert in this group of three.
Uh, uh, it's also still quite hard for me lah, I feel. Like, yeah, but I think for me, I would just like wait for them to approach me. But that's like what you shouldn't do lah, I feel. I mean, maybe you should like make the first step yourself to like
Right,
try to get to know them better.
right. Yeah, no, I feel like, I mean, extrovert or introvert, approaching someone is always gonna be a scary first step lah. But I I actually got this piece of advice from someone on the internet. The key to sort of blending into like already established squads or groups is to be consistent in attending these events, because then you become a familiar face, right? And
Mm.
once you become a familiar face, maybe people will be more open to talk to you. It takes time to build friendships anyway, but if you do want to make a quick friend, like approaching someone during a break is always okay. I feel like most people, they are like 99% of people, they're okay with talking to someone, like just out of the blue, like strike up a conversation. Has that happened to you guys? Has someone like approached you all of a sudden, like, hey, what's up? This sort of stuff. I'm not sure if it's happened to you guys, or it's happened to me a lot. Then I just strike out a conversation with them and try to be friendly, because it can't hurt. Yeah.
I
So,
think there was a
mm,
time where like someone approached me first. So it's like during like secondary school where I joined a new CCA. So I didn't know like anybody at all. But there was this kind person that walked up to me and like tried to include me into the conversation. From there, um we like talk and yeah.
alright. I'm always so thankful for those people.
Yeah, me
If not,
too.
I'll really be very lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know what happened, I feel like I used to be an extrovert, but now I don't know where all the energy went, cause I used to be that person to like, "Oh, hey, are you new here? What's your name?" and all that, but nowadays I don't have the energy, and then, yeah,
Yeah.
I
Go
think
I
it's
into
used
your
to
as
be like
tools.
yeah.
yeah.
Go into your tools.
Yeah, I think it's as I grow older, the fear of rejection has grown.
Oh, fear of
Mm,
rejection. That's kind of deep
yeah.
also, I
Yeah.
feel.
I feel like that's the main source of fear when it comes to
Mm.
making friends for most people, the fear of rejection. But I mean, to be quite honest, if you think about it in hindsight, no one really cares.
That's
Like
true.
if someone approaches you, you'll be like, oh hey,
Oh.
you won't like
Mm.
judge them like, who's this weirdo
I mean,
coming
no,
up
but
speaking
it
to me.
depends on how you approach the person. Cause like some people
Okay,
like
yeah.
they approach like damn weird one. It's like, oh hey, like
Okay, just
no
don't be
real.
a creep lah.
Yeah, don't be a
Yeah.
creep.
Yeah, don't be a
Yeah.
creep. Be a normal, friendly looking person. I think it's
Yeah.
okay already lah. People
Yes.
will be okay to
Like just
talk
go
to
with a
you.
friend lah.
Yeah,
Oh
go with
yeah.
the
Go
yeah.
with a friend and approach someone.
Yeah, regale one
Mm,
of your existing friends, or like yeah, someone you know, then can already.
true.
Mm.
Okay.
It'll be less awkward that way if
Yeah,
people
for
friends.
everyone.
Yeah.
can have a trio,
Okay.
like go out together.
Yeah,
I don't know.
True.
can. Okay, so maybe let's move on to the next question. Maybe Farah would like to share this question.
Okay. So, what role does active listening play in sustaining meaningful connections? So, I guess active listening is important to like communicate with someone effectively. It shows that you respect them and the way that you understand what they are actually talking about. Because I encountered some like scenarios where like I was like maybe someone else is talking, right, and then another person is uh just change to another topic. So I guess that kind of doesn't show the like respect. So yeah, I think active listening is more of like giving respect to the person. Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
And then, like, listening in general in a relationship, in a friendship is so important. Because, like, let's say someone tells you, like, oh, yeah, I like this thing. This is my birthday and all that sort of stuff. But then the other person keeps asking, like, oh, yeah, you said this, right? You said this, and all that type of stuff. Then you feel like, didn't I say this already? This person, I feel like they don't care about me and all that
It's
sort of
true.
stuff.
I'm kind
So,
of guilty for it because sometimes I I
for
like a
me,
bit SDM.
forgetful
Yeah.
people, I can
Yeah.
understand, right? Yeah. But if you consistently, I suppose
Yeah.
consistency is a thing.
Mm.
Like if you consistently show that, oh yeah, I don't really care about what you say and all that, one out and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
then it becomes a problem. But forgetfulness, I get it, cause me too. I'm really forgetful.
fish,
Yeah.
fish, fishbowl memory.
Yes.
Goldfish memory.
Goldfish. Yeah. Fish cold memory. Yeah.
So
Goldfish memory. Yeah.
yeah. So besides respect also, uh it's good if you have like there's a conflict happening in the group, and then it's good to have active listening skills because from there you can like understand what the disagreement is about, and then you can understand other people's point of view also, especially when they like bring up the problem itself. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
And maybe like we want to share a few tips for practicing active listening. So this one, I mean, the straightforward one is pay attention to your friends. But then if you want more extra tips, is there's a mindful presence and focusing. So one of the like the basic aspects of active listening is to be fully present and giving your 100% attention. It's like actually show interest in what the other person is saying. So clear your distraction. So like when someone is talking, don't look at your phone. Because first there's
Airpods.
your AirPods.
Yeah.
Uh
It's quite annoying.
yeah, when you go out with someone and then they have like their AirPods in and you're like
Like you
walking and
meet
you're
them
like
and then you say hi. Then you say
yeah.
hi, but then their AirPods are still there. Then it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, then
Oh my
then
god.
do I put back my AirPods also, or like
Right.
I just wait for you to take out then we talk or like what?
Right. That's why I'm like
Pet peeves.
side
Yeah.
eyeing them. Yeah. So yeah, clear your distractions and focus on the person that you're talking to or is talking to you, and then avoid interrupting or formulating responses in your mind while the speaker is talking. Instead, just let the conversation flow, like notice their body cues, their tone of voice, pick up on messages that that maybe they're not saying out loud but displaying with their body cues and all that sort of stuff, to really just focus on everything they're saying. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
The
Um
AirPods thing, yeah,
yes, a bit
really
pet
pisses
peeve
me
of
off.
mine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from body cues, you can always ask questions also, like giving encouraging responses to show that you really focus on what they are saying. Like for example, you can say like I see, or like please go on, or like tell me more about this kind of topic. So it shows that this kind of open-ended questions opens an opportunity for them to like elaborate more and like explain further. Yeah, so you can pay more attention to them also. Yeah.
Right.
I
So
think this is quite important.
yeah,
Because
that's true. That's
like some people like they actually want to tell you like how they are feeling. So you just tell about their situation, but then like they want you to ask them like, oh, so like how are you? Are you okay? So like what do you feel about this? Like going on in
Yeah.
your life? Like I feel
It
like
just
yeah.
it just shows interest lah, basically. Yeah. The sort of things.
the last one is I guess be present. Yeah, like what we said just now. Give your full attention to the person speaking, because if not, it's gonna be like one-sided. One person speak, then the other person just not listening. And
Mm.
yeah, avoid using your phones and other devices. Not that. Yeah, it really shows the genuine interest and respect that you have for that person. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
okay, then maybe we should move on to our final question.
Okay, so the last question is, what are some common challenges in friendships and how can they be overcome? So the first like thing that we research is too busy to hang out, especially like us Gen Zs. We are like students as well, so we might be occupied with our work or school and all that. But I guess it's kind of expected lah. Um, so the solution is to schedule your time and taking the time to like spend with them, and yeah,
I think
and
prioritizing. So,
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I think if you're friends and you really value your friendship, you'll find a way to prioritize each other in your time. And like for working adults, for example, like my dad, um, even though he's really busy, he works like a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday sort of job, right? And his friends, like some of them even like work overseas and all that, they still find the time to meet up with each other once a year. It was supposed to be yesterday, but he has COVID. So yeah, he missed it 2 years in a row because last year I gave him COVID as well. Same time. Yeah. So
it.
oops. Sorry to my dad. Yeah. Sorry to my dad's friends as well. Yeah. But yeah, taking the time out from your
Mm,
busy schedule. Yeah.
yeah, if you can make time, it's important now. And this brings me to the next point, which is drifting apart. So I guess this happens for childhood friends also. Like the older you get, the more busier you are, so you tend to drift apart. Actually, even if you're not a childhood friends, there tend to be a time where you not talk to each other a lot as you used to
Yeah.
before. But it's kind of okay lah. It's expected. Yeah.
Mm. I feel like relationships and friendships like they drift apart for um a lot of reasons, but I feel like most commonly it's like you don't really talk to each other a lot anymore. So yeah, making time is one thing. And then another thing is maybe like I mentioned just now, you guys don't have the same interests anymore. Or like there's no common ground anymore. Or you've just outgrown each other. And then in some cases I suppose it's sad, but you can't really do anything about it unless you actually decide to, sit down. But I do know some people who like work around it. My childhood friends who go to like completely different schools, completely different friend groups and all that. But they still talk to each other like, oh my god, did you know that this person did this? And then like I don't know who you're talking about, but I will like, oh my god, really? Tell me about it. You can try and like bond with each other over this sort of stuff. In
True.
like yeah, and all that sort of stuff to sort of prevent
Catch
yourself
up.
from drifting away. Yeah, just a short catch
Yeah.
up. This can
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess we also researched that to help out with this, right? we can work out plans that will help to um make time with them. Yeah, make plans with them. Always ask how they're doing and all that. I guess at the end of the day, it's the effort that counts. If you make an effort, there's gonna be y'all are gonna like stay
Have a result.
connected. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think communicating with them like how you truly feel lah. So based on what
Mm-hmm.
you all said, yeah.
Yeah. So the last
Communication.
one is last one is mistrust and misunderstandings. There's gonna be a time where you don't agree with each other's opinions, but that's totally okay. I think the only way to um help it is just to talk with each other about it and be more mature about it. Yeah. So
Right. Especially with growing friendships, you guys will start to have different moral and ethic inclinations. Then there may be some misunderstandings. It's really just all about, at the end of the day, maintaining a friendship is all about communication. So I feel like that's the key takeaway for this, right? Everything can be solved with communication.
yeah,
Yeah. Then,
it's expected to have
yeah.
misunderstandings. Not everybody has the same opinions as you anyway. So
Yeah.
you have to be mature about it. Yeah.
Mm, that's right. So I think that's it for all of our questions, I think, for today.
Mm.
Yes. So
Oh,
maybe, yeah, let's do a wrap up.
okay.
Come,
Um,
Sinyi, please say our goodbyes to us.
Huh?
Yeah, help us say our goodbyes.
Oh,
Wrap it up.
so that's it for ThawTalk today, episode 3 of answering your questions. So this is Thingy,
This
this
is
is Ray,
Rian.
this is Farah.
and signing off. Goodbye.